What is the sort of process with which you would use?
Well, I'm using it as insurance, and it's an insurance against the $37 trillion that we owe. Of course, we do have a government shutdown, but at least it's not connected to a deadline involving, refinancing for the government, which is really good. The government shutdown is not done at the same time as a possible cataclysm of not paying our bills. But I don't know. I think that crypto is, I'm not valuing it as fun. I'm valuing it as anti what the younger people think is our country's problems. They may know that one.
Right.
But then again, maybe my generation never has to see it, and their generation is going to have to live with what happens.
We know Bitcoin ETFs are the most successful product launch in history. And then someone says, well, if you're going to collect that much money, Bitcoin goes to the moon. But it turns out Bitcoin's risen, but it's kind of churned. I think what happened is a couple things. One is a lot of these ETFs may have been receiving in-kind exchange. So people have their crypto keys, give it to the ETF provider, and then they just stepped up their basis. So that's not going to push up the price of Bitcoin. It adds to their AUM.
It's a wash.
Yes, it's a wash. And the second is that the ones who aren't involved in ETFs, but maybe they have $10 Bitcoin. We have clients that have bought Bitcoin at $100, and now it's $100,000. They're not looking to, they don't care if Bitcoin goes to a million. They are probably sellers at around 100,000. So we're churning the base now because 95% of the institutional world doesn't own Bitcoin, but a very significant portion of Bitcoin holders are sitting on huge gains. So I think this is the churn that's happening in Bitcoin now.
Today, I believe, marks a turning point in the history of American financial markets. For too long, the SEC and the CFTC have operated in parallel lanes, too often in conflict with each other, leaving the American public to bear the costs of duplication, delay, and uncertainty. That era is behind us. We are charting a new course, one that will solidify America's position as the world's financial leader.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leverage to technology, and I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust. And we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. We will, and if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're going to get more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And in 2025, the NWO is going to turn on that alarm clock. It's up to you whether you wake up or not, whether you're going to hit that snooze button. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And guys, we're going to see stablecoin regulation, which is the foundation of this new digital economy, and it sets up down the road 2028, 2029 for that free money. And I told you that we would get a first quarter pullback, and that's what happened. And then also I told you that tariffs would get stepped up, and that's what happened. Layoffs would pick up. That's what happened. So the Crypto Teacher gives you a warning like Noah and Gilgamesh, whichever one you want to call it. But we will get some type of reset this year. Most likely stable coins are the catalyst. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. But we have trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline in money market accounts. And then plus, we know the Fed is going to cut rates. Not a lot this year, but they're definitely going to cut rates. So I see us getting a correction and then moving back up. And then we have the two powerhouses, China and the U.S., will step up these tariffs on each other. And of course, guys, that's going to hit certain parts of the market. But then we also have the hacks. We have the Birdman. We have the drums are beaten. And more movies to come, as we can see. And inflation is going to stay sticky, and layoffs are going to step up while they move in all this automation. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto pulling back. We also have stocks pulling back. And then, of course, we have the government shutdown drama. And we'll get into that later. But we had Michael Saylor buys more Bitcoin. And as we can see, those big purchases have come all the way down. And like I stated, next year, liquidity is definitely going to start shrinking just because it's going to be time to build. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates right now pulling back. We have the dollar right now down. We have gold just keeps climbing. And guys, we know that's the central bank's buying. And of course, if the central banks are buying, what should you be doing? Definitely buying gold and silver. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, you definitely want to diversify yourself. And then we have volume and crypto right now up. We have Tether and USDC. And we have Visa has launched a pilot with Circle's USDC and Euro to make cross-border payments faster and more flexible for businesses. And we know Visa, MasterCard, American Express, all these big banks, they're not going anywhere. They're implementing all this technology. Remember, Bitcoin was supposed to get rid of the banks, but that was just a narrative to keep the sheep asleep. The banks have been funding Bitcoin and crypto from the beginning. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, it was a master plan. Genius, but evil genius. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed repo at $56 billion yesterday. And it keeps creeping up. But don't forget also, guys, we know the Treasury is also manipulating behind the scene. So make sure you pull on a daily basis during the week. And then, of course, we know the Fed wants to keep rates higher for longer to destroy this legacy market so Trump can build this fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. Now, the Fed made a cut, but we also saw bond yields rise because, remember, nobody wants this long-term paper. And then on top of it, we have inflation still here. The jobs market is weak, but we know due to the holidays, the jobs numbers are going to look manipulated. And then now we have the shutdown drama. We have Jim Cramer saying the shutdown won't impact the markets. We know that is definitely not true because we're in an illusion of a market right now. And the consumer is already hurting. So the fact is that if we shut down, those consumers are not going to be getting paid. So we know it's going to put a ripple effect in the economy. But we know if we do shut down, they're doing nothing but updating this financial system. But then also that'll help the Fed come up with an excuse to cut if we do have a shutdown. That's only if we do have one, we'll know by tonight. The only thing we have to do is get our popcorn, sit back, and let it play out. And then we have the SEC Crypto Task Force met with the New York Stock Exchange and ICE to discuss crypto regulation, including crypto derivative products and tokenized equities trading. And we know that all this is coming. They don't have to meet. It's all planned. We know all the tests have been done just in crypto. Remember, crypto already did the tokenization testing. It works. Only thing they have to do is roll it out in the legacy market. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, everything is going to be tokenized and put on blockchain. And that's the reason why it's so important for you to get educated on the technology, because you do not want to fall for the devil's tricks. If so, your life is going to be a real life video game. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETF slightly down as I'm doing this video. Now getting over into a little crypto news. We have Coinbase Derivatives to launch SUI futures on October 20th, expanding its suite of futures products. And when you see futures, they're doing nothing but betting on the price. And that's going to bring more volatility to SUI, but we'll know based on the actual dates. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have StarkNet introduces Bitcoin staking and yield product, BTC-Fi expansion. And that means you can stake, earn yield without giving up custody. And we know that is definitely the key. And we know how important staking is going to be in the fourth industrial revolution And it's just a change of terminology. We are clearly seeing the language change right in front of our eyes. Now we have Chainlink, UBS, and Swift pilot tokenized fund workflows and aiming to modernize the $100 trillion fund industry. And we keep seeing the same companies, Chainlink, bringing all the data together, all these chains together, interoperability. So therefore, they're pulling off these data feeds. And then we know with Swift, Chainlink is bringing all that data to them. So therefore, they'll be able to know you better than you know yourself. Don't forget what the Oracle CEO stated, bringing all the data in one place. Because therefore, AI can just make it smart. These large language models can make it smarter. And then you're talking about pushing all this data to the robots, algorithms, and drones, these AI agents, and you'll have a digital twin. And the AI agents will work on your behalf. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then lastly, we have Kronos partners with Amazon Web Services to advance institutional tokenization, real-world growth, and AI-driven DeFi. And of course, guys, AWS is nothing but the cloud. And we only have a few clouds that they're pulling all this data from. The big corporations own the large language models. They own the clouds. They funded majority of these big crypto projects. So we have the same big banks and big corporations that are moving us to the fourth industrial revolution. Remember what I put in the NWO book, that your corporations are going to be your new government. It's been like that anyway because the politicians have been paid and bought for. But the fact is, blockchain is going to replace majority of Congress. And of course, we're going to be voting on blockchain the same way we vote in crypto when projects are making changes. Guys, it's no difference. We're already seeing what the future looks like. And it doesn't matter what country you go to, they're all working on tokenizing their whole economies and everything around it. So this is a global agenda. And that agenda is to move this whole globe inside the fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Team Save the Village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Team Save New York. Long COVID 33, Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.